Your IBS symptoms will not go away, even if you follow all of the popular gut health advice that you find online. I'm going to tell you in this video why your IBS symptoms will not subside and what you can do right now that you probably haven't heard from all of the advice online. Spoiler alert, some of these might surprise you, but fixing these could be a total game changer for your gut health. Let's dive in. Mistake number one is eating too much fiber. When bloating or constipation hits, most people assume that the best solution is to increase their fiber intake. After all, isn't fiber the holy grail of gut health? Well, not exactly. If you've ever doubled down on raw vegetables, fiber supplements like psyllium husk, or a high fiber diet, only to find that it makes you more bloated and constipated, you're not alone. Here's why. Humans weren't designed to digest tons and tons of fiber, and the human GI tract doesn't have the enzyme necessary to be able to fully digest and break down fiber, and as a result, fiber ferments in the gut, leading to increased gas and bloating and intestinal irritation. High fiber diets can also lead to oversized stools, which can stretch and impact the colon, making constipation worse in the long run. This is why a high fiber diet is one of the leading causes of IBS. Seriously. And so when you increase your fiber intake, when your gut is already weak and in a dysfunctional state, it's only going to cause more work for your already tired gut and likely lead to more digestive distress. So, what to do instead? When it comes to fiber, less is more. A small amount of fiber can be totally beneficial, but don't feel bad if eating little to no fiber if your gut can't handle it. In fact, a lower fiber diet often helps people with IBS feel better and heal faster. There's a ton more I could say on this topic because fiber is such a very nuanced nutrient. So if you're interested in a whole video on this, let me know in the comments below. Mistake number two is overly restrictive diets. So when you're struggling with digestive issues, it's totally normal to start eliminating different foods to figure out what's triggering your symptoms. But let's be honest, this can quickly spiral into super restrictive diets that leave you eating the same 10 foods over and over again. And I've fallen into this trap too. And I blame the mainstream wellness culture for selling you the idea that the more restrictive your diet is, the faster your gut will heal. But here's the truth. If your diet is so limited that it stresses you out and leaves you feeling nutritionally depleted, it's not doing your gut health or even your hormones any favors. Of course, there are going to be foods that you'll need to avoid in order to heal your gut, but the key is to keep it as simple and sustainable as possible, because over restriction is going to harm your microbiome and potentially make your symptoms worse if you're not careful. Here's what to do instead. If you find that your IBS symptoms just aren't getting any better, then it's important to work with a practitioner who can not only help you find the right diet for you, but identify the underlying root causes of your IBS symptoms. With my clients, I tend to find success by following the path of the least resistance and only avoiding the foods that are absolutely necessary in order to heal their gut. You deserve a diet that is not only good for your gut health, but also enjoyable and nourishing at the same time. Mistake number three, and this is a big one, is drinking too much water. This is another popular go-to for digestive issues. And while hydration is super important, overdoing your water intake, especially during meals, can actually work against your digestion. Here's why. When you drink too much water, it can dilute your stomach acid. And without enough stomach acid, your body struggles to properly break down food, leading to increased bloating, poor nutrient absorption, and even bacterial overgrowth. Drinking too much water can also lead to overhydration of your cells and excessive urination, which can ironically flush out essential minerals such as potassium, which is necessary for proper hydration and gut motility. So drinking more and more water can actually defeat the purpose of trying to hydrate your body if it's flushing out the essential nutrients that are needed for hydration in the first place. This doesn't mean that you should stop drinking water by any means, but if you're drinking so much water that you notice that your symptoms are worsening, or you have excessive or frequent urination, then it might be a sign that you want to start focusing on increasing potassium foods rather than water itself. But minerals are the real MVP when it comes to hydration, which is why I run a mineral test on every single one of my clients so that we can address their unique mineral needs and support their body's healing. And one last tip, if you want to start supporting your minerals and hydration, is to add a small pinch of mineral or high quality sea salt to your water. It's a small change, but can make a big difference in your hydration. Speaking of salt, mistake number 4 is avoiding salt. So you might have been told to cut back on salt because salt causes bloating. But let me set the record straight. The opposite is actually true. Salt is not the enemy, it's actually an essential nutrient for your gut health. Here's the deal. Salt is a key player in digestion because it supports stomach acid production. If you don't have enough stomach acid, that's going to slow down your digestion, making bloating, constipation, and nutrient absorption much worse. In fact, it can actually increase your chances of vitamin and mineral deficiencies. So, what to do instead of avoiding salt? Opt for high quality salt like mineral salt or Celtic sea salt. And here's a pro tip. Next time your stomach is acting up or you're feeling bloated, try drinking some warm water with a teaspoon of mineral or sea salt to see if it helps calm things down. And mistake number 5 is avoiding animal protein. Ladies, I know plant-based diets are all the rage right now, and I'll admit they're pretty idyllic. But the truth is that loading up on plant fibers and plant proteins and avoiding animal protein isn't doing your gut health or your hormones any favors. Animal proteins are a powerhouse for gut healing because they provide essential nutrients that you just can't obtain from a plant-based diet alone. For example, they contain the full spectrum of amino acids, which are essential for rebuilding the lining of your gut. Animal proteins are also an essential source of B12 and zinc, which are important for immune health and energy levels. And so if you are avoiding animal proteins, you might be unknowingly depriving your gut of essential nutrients that it needs to heal. And while plant foods are totally great, they just don't have the same bioavailability and diversity of nutrients that we need from animal foods. So, what to do if you've been avoiding animal protein? Start focusing on incorporating high quality animal proteins like grass-fed beef, pasture-raised chicken and eggs, or wild-caught fish. And if you aren't used to eating animal proteins, definitely go slow and gradually increase your portion sizes. Most women want to aim for a minimum of about 90 grams per day, and it can be a total game changer for your gut healing and your energy levels. Ironically, a lot of the things that we hear in the mainstream wellness media about gut health are often the opposite of what's actually going to help heal our gut. And this is why inside my one-on-one program, I work closely with my clients to help drown out all the noise and false information and help them build a nourishing diet with the right foods that's going to help heal their body and their gut. And if you've been diagnosed with IBS, I'm going to tell you right now that an IBS diagnosis isn't going to help you figure out what's actually causing your symptoms. I'm going to deep dive into that and what actually is causing your symptoms in my video on the screen right now. So click if you want to know more about what I have to say about that. Here's to healing your gut and taking back control of your life. You've got this.